General Hospital. Ava's scheme unravels as blackmail empire crumbles. In the glittering chaos of Port Charles, Ava Jerome once again finds herself walking the razor's edge between triumph and disaster. For a woman whose life has been a revolving door of scandal, tragedy, and redemption, her latest climb back into luxury through blackmail may just be her most volatile yet. Recently, Ava has been basking in a sudden resurgence of wealth, but that success comes not from a windfall or business savvy, but from a dangerously delicate scheme built on secrets, lies, and stolen money. However, in a town like Port Charles, secrets never stay buried for long. And now, the storm Ava's tried to keep at bay is thundering on the horizon, threatening to bring everything crashing down. With her finances in ruins after a series of catastrophic investments and legal fees, Ava turned to a desperate but all too familiar path: exploitation. In a cold-blooded partnership with Rick Lansing, the morally flexible former district attorney, Ava began blackmailing Alexis Davis. Their leverage? A dark and incriminating truth tied to Christina Corinthos Davis, a secret so explosive, it forced Alexis into siphoning off funds from the vast Cassadine estate to keep her daughter's name out of scandal. Ava, ever the opportunist, thought she had secured an endless flow of money. But Port Charles has a way of upending even the most airtight schemes. Ava's confidence is, of course, not unwarranted. The footage she holds is deeply compromising. Christina caught on video behaving suspiciously around Rick's SUV, shortly before the vehicle suffered a brake failure that nearly cost him his life. The implications are clear, even if the proof isn't definitive. But where Ava sees security, others see vulnerability. And when Alexis realizes that her tormentor has no intention of stopping the extortion, she decides it's time to fight back. Enter Damian Spinelli. Hired by Alexis under vague pretenses, Spinelli is no stranger to bending the law for a noble cause, especially when it comes to protecting Sam McCall's family. Alexis tasks the master hacker with tracking down Rick's wrecked SUV, something she claims might be key to resolving a private matter involving her daughter. Spinelli is curious, but not suspicious, yet. It doesn't take long for Spinelli to make headway. He uncovers a trail of tow truck movements, one of which leads to a private storage facility under Ava's name. The wrecked SUV is there, hidden but not inaccessible. Alexis now knows exactly where the evidence is, and she intends to make it disappear before someone else discovers the truth about Christina's involvement. This is where the stakes escalate. Alexis may be willing to bend the law, but destroying a vehicle tied to an active investigation is no small feat. For that, she may need someone more direct. Someone like Jason Morgan. Known for his loyalty to the Corinthos family and his unflinching resolve when it comes to protecting them, Jason could be the key to eliminating the threat once and for all. If anyone can dismantle the SUV and erase every trace of Christina's presence, it's Jason. And given his long-standing disdain for Ava, there's little doubt he'd agree to help. But this is Port Charles, and things are rarely that simple. Even if the SUV is reduced to ash and rubble, there remains the digital ghost, the surveillance footage Ava has stored. It's unclear how many copies exist or where they might be backed up, but Alexis isn't taking any chances. Her next step is obvious: she must destroy the footage at its source. Again, she turns to Spinelli, this time with more urgency. Though she's still cagey about the details, it's becoming increasingly clear to him that Alexis is acting out of desperation to protect her daughter. Whether through cloud storage, Ava's phone, or any devices Rick might unknowingly possess, Spinelli must wipe every trace of the incriminating video. Fortunately, erasing evidence is something he's done 100 times before. And if Alexis is protecting Christina from the consequences of a terrible mistake, Spinelli is more than willing to help. But Ava isn't naive. She may be brazen, but she's also meticulous. It's unlikely she's kept her only copy on a single phone. If she suspects Alexis is making moves against her, she might already be preparing a counterattack. The clock is ticking. One wrong step, one missed file, and the entire plan could implode, taking Christina, Alexis, and even Spinelli down with it. Meanwhile, Rick is growing increasingly uneasy. While he was more than happy to partner with Ava in the beginning, his self-preservation instincts are stronger than his loyalty. If he senses that Ava's empire is about to collapse, he may seek to cut a deal with Alexis or the authorities to save himself. He's a slippery man, and his allegiance lies with whoever keeps him out of jail. It's only a matter of time before the fragile alliance between Ava and Rick fractures completely. If Ava loses control of the evidence, or if Rick betrays her, the consequences will be swift and devastating. Her access to the Cassadine fortune will evaporate. The luxury she's clung to will disappear. And worse still, she may face legal retribution for blackmail, obstruction of justice, and more. As the noose tightens, Ava begins to feel the pressure. Her grip on power is slipping, her enemies are circling, and the very people she sought to manipulate are now the ones holding the cards. The irony is bitter. In her attempt to rise from the ashes through manipulation, Ava may have triggered her final downfall. In the end, this saga may prove to be one of poetic justice. Alexis, once blackmailed into silence, is fighting back. Spinelli, the quirky cyber sleuth, is systematically unraveling Ava's carefully guarded secrets. And Jason, the silent enforcer, waits in the wings, ready to act. Ava's reign of extortion may have been brief, but in Port Charles, nothing stays hidden forever. And when the truth surfaces, when the smoke clears and the evidence is gone, it won't be Ava living in luxury. It'll be justice, quiet and inevitable, taking back what was stolen. And Ava? She'll be left with nothing but ashes and regrets.